Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing a history on the GWR Castle class. So the 4073 class, or the Castle class as they were more commonly known as, were designed by Charles Collett for express passenger work on the Great Western Railway. 171 were turned out at Swindon Works between 1923 and 1950. Charles Collett succeeded Churchwood and immediately set out meeting the needs for a new locomotive to be made. Collett's solution was to take the basic layout of the Star class and extend the frames and add a newly designed No. 8 boiler. The result was an increase in tractive effort and an attractive and well-proportioned locomotive that was well within the 20-ton limit. When introduced, they were heralded as Britain's most powerful express passenger locomotive, being 10% more powerful than the Stars before them. Their publicity was boosted when King George V himself was invited to drive No. 4082 Windsor Castle on its return journey. During 1924, No. 4073 Caerphilly Castle was exhibited alongside No. 4472 Flying Scotsman at the British Empire exhibition. The Great Western declared their castle more powerful than the bigger LNER rival, and in terms of tractive effort, they were entitled to do so. As a result of this, the general manager of the GWR proposed a trial of the two types, via an exchange trial. The result was No. 4079 Pendennis Castle heading over to the Great Northern Main Line, whilst No. 4474 Victor Wilde headed over to the Great Western. Another time when a GWR castle was found off its home territory was in 1926, when No. 5000 Launceston Castle was loaned to the LMS for trials between London and Carlisle. The trials proved so successful that the LMS actually requested the GWR to build a set of castles for the West Coast Main Line. But by far, the most off-route a castle has ever gone is Australia. This happened in 1977 when No. 4079 Pendennis Castle boarded a ship bound for Australia, where it met up with its old LNER rival, Flying Scotsman. Don't worry though, because the locomotive arrived back in the UK in 2000. The castles handled all but the heaviest expresses, these being entrusted to the GWR Kings themselves. The development of the castle with an even bigger boiler and smaller wheels for both tractive effort and loading gauge clearance. The class were noted for superb performance overall, especially on the Cheltenham Fly in the 1930s, where, for example, No. 5003 Tregenna Castle covered the 77.25 miles from Swindon to Paddington at an average speed of 81.63 miles per hour, start to stop. This world record for steam traction was widely regarded as an astonishing feat. In 1946, Frederick Hawksworth, Collett's successor, made some modifications to the class, which resulted in double chimneys and superheaters being fitted to the class in 1956. The highest speed recorded by a castle was in 1958 when No. 7018 Driswilling Castle attained 102 miles per hour. Luckily for GWR fans, 8 castles have been preserved and are in various different states. The castles have been well represented in model form, with 00 gauge models being represented by Hornby Railways, Hornby Dublo, Wren, and Airfix, which would later become Dapol. N-gauge is represented by Graham Farish, later Bachmann, and Triang even did a TT gauge one. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all tomorrow.